All right, my name's Jack Panyard. I'm from Pennsylvania originally, right near Hershey. I think the practice was awesome, and being able to get instant critique on my writing really helped me grow, even in this span of time. It's something that I realized that I haven't really learned in a lot of my other journalism classes, is just being able to be more creative in how I'm writing and be more open-minded to formats of journalistic stories. Usually I've been taught that you have to stick to a very concise and to the point format. And with this program, I've been kind of spreading my wings and seeing where I can go, what sounds appropriate, what works for a story, and how to frame a story properly. And even though we're not doing it for a grade, people who are here want to be here and they want to perform well and they want to show their ability and grow as a result of it. So even if you're falling behind, you're thinking, oh, I'm not getting a grade for this, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you're here, you probably care. I think journalism is important in general because even though we're not really the gatekeepers of content, as many people have said, the gatekeepers are journalists, we have an influence on society. We have a way of getting information that other people don't. Being able to do this as a job is a privilege, hear people's stories, pursue things that people generally don't get to pursue in their free time, constantly learning. I think it's important to have people who are kind of taking it all in and can provide an assessment in that way, because there's just so much out there at this point. It's information overload everywhere you look. So having the responsibility, the practice, the skill, and the pleasure of being able to pursue things, pursue stories, dig deep where people don't usually get to dig deep. I think that that's a public service as well as something that people can really enjoy. My family has been subscribed to World Magazine since I could walk. We have been getting World Magazine for the longest time. I remember my dad was a journalist and he would always talk about how great of reporting World Magazine does and how he really enjoys reading it. He says, it's always unbiased as much as it can be and provides a fair perspective while consistently being Christian, because I was raised in a Christian family. It really is a testament to good Christian journalism, in my opinion, where it can take sides, it can lean certain ways, but in the end it tries to consider all aspects, and I think that's greatly missing in a lot of Christian journalism today. I think it's kind of sad how a lot of Christians feel like they're underrepresented in the media, but then again, you look at Christian media, it's all very slanted, it's all very stuck in one worldview. And as Christians, as journalists, we need to be aware of all the other perspectives, and even if we don't agree with it biblically, even if we don't agree with it morally, we have to take into account how people feel, how people perceive things. That's our job as a journalist, and ultimately it's not for us to decide who's in the right and who's in the wrong, it's up to God to decide. So my job is to find the news, represent people fairly, and report to the best of my ability, and ultimately I believe that brings glory to God. I believe that my job is fulfilled to its fullest capacity.